In the radiant expanse of the Tathagata's teachings, where the Dharma blooms like a lotus in the maya of samsara, the Dhammapada shines as a garland of wisdom, its verses strong like pearls of imperishable truth, spoken by the Blessed One, Shakyamuni Buddha. These words, preserved in the Pali Canon, resound with the cadence of a river flowing towards the ocean of Nibbana. Each verse, sharp as a razor's edge, cuts through the delusion of self, anatta, and the fetters of craving, tanda, guiding the ardent seeker to the cessation of suffering, dukkha. Poetic, profound, and suffused with the fragrance of liberation, the Dhammapada is a map of the mind's journey from bondage to the unconditioned. The Dhammapada opens with the primacy of the mind, the forerunners of all phenomena. Mind precedes all dharmas. Mind is their chief, their maker, the Buddha declares. Like a painter crafting a canvas, the mind shapes joy or sorrow through wholesome or unwholesome karma. A mind tainted by greed, hatred, and delusion, lobha, dosa, moha, weaves a web of suffering, while a mind purified by mindfulness, sati, and wisdom, pana, carves a path to peace. The verses sing a vigilance, urging the practitioner to guard the mind as a treasurer guards gold, for an untamed mind is a wild elephant, wreaking havoc in the forest of samsara. This teaching, both simple and abstruse, reveals the paradox of agency. The mind is both the fetter and the liberator. Through sila, ethical conduct, samadhi, concentration, and pana, wisdom, the practitioner tames the restless sita, aligning it with the noble eightfold path. The Dhammapada's poetic imagery, comparing the mind to a fish flopping on dry land, or a monkey drunk on liquor, evokes the restless nature of thought, yet promises the mindfulness can still the storm, leading to the cool side of Nibbana. In the chapter on the pairs, Yamakavaga, the Buddha elucidates the dualities that define conditioned existence, pleasure and pain, gain and loss, praise and blame. These opposites, like waves on the ocean of samsara, bind beings to the cycle of birth and death. Yet, the Dhammapada teaches transcendence through discernment, not by hatred, as hatred ceases, but by love alone. This verse, luminous as the full moon, encapsulates the law of karma, where actions rooted in metta, loving kindness, sow seeds of harmony, while those born of aversion perpetuate dukkha. The text's poetic rhythm underscores the impermanence, anicca, of all conditioned beings. All is transient, like dewdrops on a lotus leaf, the Buddha intones, urging the wise to see the five aggregates, khandhas, form, sensation, perception, formations, and consciousness, as fleeting, devoid of a permanent self. This insight into anatta dissolves attachment, freeing the heart from the illusion of I and mine. The Dhammapada thus weaves a tapestry of paradox. Act with attention, yet cling not to the fruits. Live in the world, yet abide beyond it. The Dhammapada exalts sila as the foundation of the path, likening it to a fragrant flower whose scent uplifts the practitioner. Speak the truth. Do not yield to anger. Give when asked, even from a little. The verses counsel, emphasizing generosity, dana, truthfulness, sakka, and non-harming, ahimsa. Ethical conduct purifies karma, creating conditions for mental clarity, like a still lake reflecting the stars. Yet the text warns against complacency, for a fool who knows his folly is wise in that at least. Vigilance, apamada, is the guardian of progress, for heedlessness is the path to ruin, as a neglected house crumbles under rain. In the chapter on the wise, Pandita Vaga, the Buddha praises those who seek wisdom as one seeks a lost treasure. The wise, like gold refined in a furnace, shine through their restraint and insight. They associate with the noble, Arya, shun the foolish, and contemplate the Dharma as mirror reflecting the truth of anicca, dukkha, and anatta. The Dhammapada's imagery here is vivid. The wise are like a lotus unstained by mud, or a solitary rhinoceros wandering free from attachment. The Dhammapada venerates the Arahant, the fully awakened one, as the pinnacle of spiritual attainment. The path is trackless, like birds in the sky. The verses proclaim, for Arahants have eradicated the three poisons and transcended the 10 fetters, samyojana. Free from craving, they abide in nibbana, the unconditioned, where birth and death cease. The text's poetic cadence soars as it describes their serenity. Calm is their mind, calm their speech, calm their action, for they are freed from perfect knowledge. Yet, the Dhammapada is not merely a hymn to the Arahant's state, but a call to emulate their discipline. The practitioner is urged to cultivate the 4 foundations of mindfulness, satipatthana, practice jhana, meditative absorption, and develop the 7 factors of enlightenment, bodhicanga. The path is arduous, like climbing a mountain, but the verses assure that diligence leads to the cessation of suffering, where sorrow falls away like water from a lotus leaf. The chapter on the world, Lokavaga, warns against the allure of sensual pleasures, which are like snakes' venom, sweet at first but deadly. The Buddha likens worldly delights to a bubble, beautiful yet fleeting, and calls for detachment from the sixth sense doors. The wise see samsara as a burning house where the attachment fuels the flames of dukkha. By practicing renunciation, nikama, they cross the flood of craving to the farther shore of liberation. The Dhammapada's abstruseness shines in its treatment of the world's illusory nature. Do not look for refuge in what is not secure, the Buddha advises, for all conditioned dharmas are marked by impermanence. This insight, paired with the cultivation of samatha, calm, and vipassana, insight, unveils the truth of emptiness where no self endures amidst the flux of phenomena. In its closing chapters, the Dhammapada extols the Brahmacharya, the holy life, as the path to transcendence. The Brahman, in this context, is not a caste, but one who has realized Nibbana, living with purity and wisdom. By effort, by mindfulness, by restraint, make an island unto yourself. The verses urge, for no external refuge can rival the inner sanctuary of disciplined mind. The text's final verses, like a lotus blooming at dawn, celebrates the joy of liberation. Done is what had to be done. There is no more becoming.